Yep. Hi.
Hello everybody.
Good morning. And we're just preparing for our service, which will follow on from this.
We're battling a bit against road noise here, so we hope you can hear us. Just wanted to stand under the flowering cherry because Mark blends in so well. I'm clashing a bit, but it's been beautiful to be out here and enjoying the blossoms. So we're lucky enough today to have family. We've had an outdoor lunch, which has been great. So we just say hello to you all, and we hope you enjoy today's service.
Yeah, catch up with you soon.
Oh, we've got to say something.
Hi, Heather.
Hi everyone. Oh.
Hi you guys, it's so good to see you.
One. Go.
Hi everyone, hope everyone's staying safe at home. See you soon. God bless. Woof woof.
Hey. Hello everybody.
Here we are in Ealing Crescent Beachlands in week 427 of lockdown.
Okay, hi everybody. Stay safe and keep you all. I hope you're keeping well, and it'll be nice to get together again when we finally get together. Hello everybody. It's nice to be able to come and share a greeting.
No, just keep going. That'll be good.
Hello everyone.
One.
Oh, hello everybody. Talofa, kia ora. Hello. Hello. It's really good to see you here.
Hey everyone. Great to see you all. Kind of see you all.
Well, hello everybody. Good morning. And today we've moved out of our usual setting at home. We've go. Say something, guys.
Joyful, joyful, we adore thee, God of glory, Lord of love. Hearts unfold like flowers before the opening to the sun above. Melt the clouds of sin and sadness, drive the dark of doubt away. Giver of immortal gladness, fill us with the light of day.
Hello everybody. Well, it's another lovely Saturday. I wonder how your week's been. It's been good once again to trip out to Maraetai and photograph some people and visit with them. We're going to continue with that. I don't wonder if you've found many changes with the slight change in levels. So for us, it's been lovely to be able to meet with some family. We've just had an outdoor picnic with Matt and Ellie and their children, and I was able to walk with our son and the dog this morning. So these things have made life a lot more special, I'd have to say, this week, and so we're very grateful for that. I'm going to do the reading now, and it comes from Mark chapter 13, starting at verse 21. Then if anyone says to you, "Look, here is a Messiah," or "Look, there he is," do not believe it. For false messiahs and false prophets will appear. They will perform miracles and wonders in order to deceive even God's chosen people. If possible, be on your guard. I have told you everything ahead of time. In the days after that time of trouble, the sun will grow dark, the moon will no longer shine, the stars will fall from heaven, and the powers in space will be driven from their courses. Then the Son of Man will appear, coming in the clouds with great power and glory. He will send the angels out to the four corners of the earth to gather God's chosen people from one end of the world to the other. Let the fig tree teach you a lesson. When its branches become green and tender and it starts putting out leaves, you know that summer is near. In the same way, when you see these things happening, you will know that the time is near, ready to begin. Remember that all these things will happen before the people now living have all died. Heaven and earth will pass away, but my words will never pass away. No one knows, however, when that day or hour will come, neither the angels in heaven nor the Son, only the Father knows. Thanks be to God for His word. Amen.
Open the eyes of my heart, Lord. Open the eyes of my heart. I want to see you. I want to see you. To see you high and lifted up, shining in the light of your glory. Pour out your power and love as we sing holy, holy, holy. Open the eyes of my heart, Lord. Open the eyes of my heart. I want to see you. I want to see you. Open the eyes of my heart, Lord. Open the eyes of my heart. I want to see you. I want to see you. To see you high and lifted up, shining in the light of your glory. Pour out your power and love as we sing holy, holy, holy. To see you high and lifted up, shining in the light of your glory. Pour out your power and love as we sing holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy. I want to see you. Holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy. I want to see you.
Well, good morning, folks, or good afternoon, whoever you're seeing it. Interesting Bible reading that I asked Heather to read today. I don't know about you, but I've been getting a lot of spurious emails from people I've known in the past and a number of Christians, and they're all kind of getting anxious about what's happening today, and that these are signs of the end of time, and everything is going to fall apart soon, and the Lord's going to return. And I find it quite interesting. I think a lot of churches, especially in America, for some reason they have this what's called an apocalyptic sense that everything is going to come to an end. And of course, they had that back in the 19th century as well, because of the great advance in knowledge and learning, and things were happening that hadn't happened before, and advancement in technology. This was a sign for a number of people, that the world was going to end soon, and we better get ready for it because the Lord was going to return. And good news for some of us, but bad news for others of us. And so out of that 19th century concern and fear, there arose groups like the Jehovah's Witnesses. Now, they believed that there was going to be an imminent return of Jesus then. And so they were preparing for that. The Mormon church came into existence in the same time, people wondering what was going to happen, how it was all going to end, how it was going to come together. So the Mormons came out of that kind of religious anxiety. And of course, the Seventh-day Adventists. The word Seventh-day Adventist, or the term means the seventh, the Sabbath day, and Advent or Adventist means the return of Jesus. So Ellen White, who was the prophetess of that beginning, believed that true believers would worship on the seventh day. She had a vision of the Ten Commandments when she was sleeping, and the commandment, "You shall keep the Sabbath day holy," was highlighted. So she felt God was saying the true day of worship was the seventh day of the week, which was Saturday. And so her followers began to meet on Saturday, the same as the Jewish people did. And then of course, they look forward to the Advent, the coming of Jesus, because everything was pointing to it. Everything, people believed, yeah, this is what's going to happen. And ever since then, and ever before then, there have been groups of people that said, this is the right time. The Lord is going to return, and it's all going to be joy or custard, whatever side of the fence you're on. I remember reading about the last century, the 20th century. This congregation in the States were so convinced by their minister that he had the exact date of Christ's return all worked out, and when and where it was going to be. And it happened to be up on a particular mountain. So he convinced all his congregation that in preparation they should sell all their property, give all the money away, and then get naked and then climb up this mountain on this particular day and be ready for the Lord's return. And the congregation believed him. Why? I'm not sure, but they did. And of course, they all trundled up this hill and sat around on the top. I'm sure they were singing hymns, waiting for the Lord to appear. And a newspaper reporter at the time commented that around about 3 p.m, they began to wander slowly back down the mountain and back into the village, very embarrassed. And of course, they'd sold everything, they'd given everything away. Now, you might think that's odd, but people have been doing this. But the thing that astounds me, and of course, during the beginning of this year, when the House of Parliament in America was stormed, that was a sign for some people that the Lord was going to return, and there's going to be a big apocalyptic end to life as we know it. The thing, though, that surprises me is that I would have thought these were intelligent people. And I don't want to question their intelligence, but I do. Especially given what Heather was reading from Mark's Gospel, the other Mark, not this Mark. And Jesus is talking about the end of something. We're not sure what it is. Either it was the destruction of Jerusalem or the end of the world or whatever. And he said, look, this is what it's going to be like. It's going to be terrible for a lot of people. And of course, the destruction of Jerusalem, not too many years later, was terrible for a lot of people. And he said things in it which seemed a bit strange, like the people still living today will experience this. So many people thought the end of the world was going to happen then. But the other interesting thing that Jesus said is, but of that day and of that hour, of that time, no one knows. I don't know, said Jesus. The angels don't know. Only the Father knows. Okay? Jesus says, I don't know what it's going to be. The angels in heaven don't know. Only the Father knows. Only God knows. Now, of course, ever since then, there's been numbers of people, including the Apostle Paul. The Apostle Paul thought the world was going to end, come to an end. Jesus was going to return in his time, in his day. But of course it didn't. And he had to change some of the stuff he was writing. Nobody knows, but ever since then, there have been men and women for the last 2,000 years said, well, maybe Jesus doesn't know, but we do know. We have got a special word from God, and we know it's going to happen now. It's going to happen within these next 5 years. Some of you people my age may have come across a book by Hal Lindsey, written in the 20th century, around about the 60s, I think, called The Late Great Planet Earth. and it was bought by a lot of Christians, and a lot of people bought into this, and they said, well, yeah, these are the signs it's going to happen. And Hal Lindsey famously believed that the world was going to end before the end of the 20th century. Of course, it didn't. A well-known minister in the States offered a bet with Hal Lindsey, and he said, okay, I'll bet you if the world ends by the end of the 20th century, I will give you my house. And if it doesn't end, you can give me yours. Hal Lindsey had quite an impressive mention, apparently. What's the point of all this? I think when we're in lockdown, there's a tendency we can pick up on all kinds of things. And a lot of people I've known in the past who are sending me mail have picked up on a whole lot of nonsense. There's a lot of rubbish out there. And people are neurotic, people are anxious, people are saying, yeah, well, we've heard the truth from this person or that person, the other thing. And what it does is it takes the focus off of living today. And Jesus was always opposed to anything that would take our minds, our hearts off living today. If you're worried about something that's going to happen in the future, you're not living today. If you're anxious about what may be, you will lose sight of people today. Now, I'm sure there'd be nobody in our congregation that would be so inclined to think, yeah, well, these are signs of the times, that's all going to happen. As someone once said to me years ago, one thing we can be sure of, it's a day closer than it was yesterday. That's about all you can say. So, brothers and sisters, it's a hard time for some of you, a hard time for a lot of us, I guess, in different places. And I'm talking here to people who are in South Africa, people who are in England, people in Australia, people in Korea. And it's an unsettling time for a number of you. And I guess the simple response to all this is look to Jesus, who is the beginner and the finisher, the author of our faith. Look to him, trust what's happening in the world today, that it can be of good. Maybe God's at work for good in these things. The Bible says God works for good in all things according to his purpose. And love the people around you. Encourage them, embrace them, hold them. Because just as much as you, some of them are feeling lost and anxious and worried. Your purpose can be to take some of that fear and that worry away from them. Just love them. That's all and everything that they need. And the end of the world and all these prophets of doom, it will happen when it's going to happen. And you won't know when it's going to happen, and neither will I. So in the meantime, God bless you. God give you peace and joy and hope and life. And love one another, said Jesus, as I have loved you. Goodbye, and God bless you all.
Speak, O Lord, as we come to you to receive the food of your holy word. The Lord bless you and keep you. Make his face shine upon you and be gracious to you.